So, tomorrow we have the Melbourne Internationals. Now, I know that it's not actually tomorrow, our time, but at the time I'm recording and when this will have gone up, then it's Thursday in Melbourne, so it will be tomorrow for them. So, funny how time zones work, isn't it? But there we go. I'm going to still be using this Splash Gyarados team, I would say, is the way of saying it. Because usually you say this is an ex-Pokemon team. And I think Splash Gyarados is the most interesting. Even though Executor looks the most interesting, Splash Gyarados is definitely the MVP of the team. I didn't think so in the regional. I didn't use Splash that much in the regional, but then in the mid-season showdown that I won the next day, Gyarados, I think I splashed in pretty much every set, so it was really good. But we're going to find Japanese guy again, in the, just below the 1700s. And that's the first, well, not double duck, I was going to say double duck, but it's not. It's first rain with gold duck that I've seen for quite a while now, so I wonder what my tactic against that would be. Because I can't really go, well no, I can go with the Executor. Usually it's the Pelipper that can Hurricane the Executor, but then probably running into Ice Beams if I do that. Gyarados could be good, but then he's got his Koko, and that would mean I need to bring my Marowak against Rain and Muck. But then again, still kind of need to bring Marowak anyway for the Celesteela. So, but then no, I can use my Gyarados to knock out his Celesteela against, use his Rain against him. This is an awkward one. Maybe I should rely on my Celesteela, because that will get the special defense boost. That will be useful. I think I still need to bring Marowak, unfortunately. That's going to make things awkward. But there we go. I'm theoried out the Rain matchup with this team. So this is the first time I'm facing Rain with this team. So I have thought about it, like with Pelipper being able to Hurricane Executor. Otherwise, I would probably be able to go with it. But then a lot of water types carry Ice Beam as well. So then that still makes things super awkward. So maybe not the best matchup against Rain, but we'll see how we do. Tapu Koko Golduck. That's pretty much exactly what I did not want to see. Okay. This makes things super awkward. I'm going to get my Psychic Seed, which means I will survive a Thunderbolt. Even if it's Choice Specs, I'll survive a Thunderbolt, because we're not in his terrain. So, do I get to attack with my Lele here? Because a Hydro Vortex out of the rain won't knock out Lele. I think I'm going to Psychic the Golduck. I don't think that will knock out because I'm not that especially invested. Do I obviously Protect? Do I go for Leechy? Because I've got my special defense. I think I will go for the obvious Protect. And it'll hopefully Psychic knocks out Golduck. If it does, I look really good with my Marowak. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So hopefully this is just a Thunderbolt into Celesteela. Else Tapu Lele should be in range of Hydro Vortex, and that will make things super awkward. Okay, that is not what I expected in the slightest. But there we go. Now Hydro Vortex will knock out Tapu Lele. So now things are way more awkward. That's weird seeing Rain Dance on Tapu Koko, but it's worked out very well for him here. But now I want to Protect and Leech Seed the Golduck, but then he still gets. Well, he's not Choice Spec, so it won't do as much. But a Hydro Vortex plus a Thunderbolt will knock out Celesteela. That Rain Dance has made things super awkward. Does that mean he's not brought Politoed? So I don't want to save my Gyarados. I'm going to Protect, but then that's still not offering any offensive pressure. I'm going to Leech Seed. That's not going to go well. Yeah, no switches out. Is he going to go for his Hydro Vortex onto Lele? That's what I want. This better be onto Lele, not my Celesteela. Because if it's on Celesteela, then I could have just Psychics and knocked out the Golduck, and then my Marowak looked a lot better. So it would be very unfortunate. It should be onto Lele, though. Celesteela isn't really much of a threat, because he can still two-shot it with his Thunderbolt. Should be onto Lele. Good, good, okay. So you've wasted the Z move now. This should still do a significant amount because it's in the rain. That's pretty reasonable. And it's going to be Thunder to pair with the Rain Dance, so that's not so good. I'm going to take a huge amount. That's not a huge amount. That's not even 50%. That is not a huge amount in the slightest. Wow. Okay. That's made things a lot more manageable. Nice. Okay, okay. Now, am I in... I don't think I'm in Scald range for Lele. I'm probably in Hydro Pump range. I think it's kind of obvious for me to protect my Celesteela here. I'm going to Psychic, and I am going to attack. I'm going to Leech Seed the Coco. Be close if I live the Hydro Pump. Don't think I will. I will. My EVs are spot on. Very, very nice, because I should take out the Golduck now. Unless he doubles into Lele with a Thunder, but he shouldn't. It should still be in Celesteela. Yeah, it is. So no paralysis, please. But there's the paralysis. So please still hit your Leech Seed. But this should take out Golduck. And if he didn't bring Politoed, then Marowak looks really good. Nice, nice. And we do hit the Leech Seed. Okay, okay. This is manageable now, because I can switch into my... So long as he doesn't have his Politoed, and I guess his Muck as well, I can switch my Lele into my Marowak to take the Thunder this turn. So is it going to be Politoed? Because if it is, a bit of a waste him going for Rain Dance. So I'm pretty sure he probably shouldn't have bought it. So I'm going to switch out into Marowak to take the Thunder, and then if I get Leech Seed onto the Muck, then Celesteela will be in range, like out of range of Thunder in the next few turns. So hopefully no full paralysis here. He shouldn't be knocking off my Lele, he would be Poison Jabbing it. So that's nice. There should be a Poison Jab into Marowak, so it is a knockoff. Oh, on Celesteela, okay. That's not going to knock me out. And I do hit the Leech Seed, okay, okay. So he should be inclined to knock off my Marowak here. I kind of want to switch Celesteela into Gyarados. Is that crazy? Because then I'm getting double Leech Seed on my Gyarados. Because he's going to knock off the Marowak this turn. How many turns of Rain's left? One turn of Rain, so I can't use his Rain against him unless he goes for a second Rain Dance. But he shouldn't be able to knock out my Celesteela this turn, so I'm going to Protect. I'm going to Heavy Spam the Coco. Because I want the Coco to go down, so that Gyarados is freer in the back. So that's my plan. Okay, I'm Heavy Slamming something else. I'm Heavy Slamming a Tapu Lele, that's even better. I don't think this should knock out because I'm not invested at all, but it should be a knockoff into Marowak, and if I don't get fully paralyzed, this is a really good turn. But he didn't bring Politoed, so the Rain Dance did make sense. Please don't paralyze. Nice. So, is this going to KO? So I've got no attack investment. Very nice. Very nice. Because now he's got he's still got inaccurate Thunders as well, and he still can't go for it because of my Marowak. So this is a nice position now because the Muck is stuck being Leech Seeded. So that's really good. So as long as I don't get paralyzed at all, I think I should be good. Be interesting to see who's faster between the Muck and the Marowak. I would assume his Muck. But it should be good because now, even knocked off, my Boomerang should be able to take out the Coco. Maybe, probably not actually. But I'm going to go for Boomerang. Expecting to take the knockoff. I can survive knockoff. And think I will just double into the Coco, because my Gyarados will beat his Muck one-on-one. So if the Coco goes down, Gyarados just wins. So my focus should, even though this should be an obvious Protect from him, nope, he's still just Thunderbolt. He's got Thunderbolt and Thunder. Okay, interesting, but apparently there's not much he can do with his Marowak, so we're going to see who's faster. His Muck is faster, so I'm going to lose my Thick Club, but it won't knock me out, because that's what I've EV'd for. So Boomerang does hit, that's nice. I missed a lot of Boomerangs recently, but without the Thick Club, it's going to be close. It's not going to, but is the Heavy Slam going to? Am I going to get paralyzed? Not, so Gyarados just wins now, because I can just splash an Earthquake. So the game is over now. And I do want to splash, so that's the plan now. He hasn't seen Gyarados yet, so he doesn't know that he can't win. Because even a crit Poison Jab... Well, actually, no, to be fair. He can win if he poisons my Gyarados. And then he gets as many protects as is necessary to stall out the HP of my Gyarados, which is very statistically unlikely. So, there we go. He hasn't got Rain Up, so I'm going to go for Flare Blitz. And I will just Heavy Slam. I'm not going to mess around with switching into Gyarados, because I can 100% win. He's probably going to forfeit here anyway, but yeah, there we go. So, that was nice. Apparently I do have stuff for Rain. Not the Drizzle Rain, but the manual Rain Dance. It's interesting having Thunderbolt and Thunder. So he's got Thunderbolt, Thunder, Rain Dance, and presumably Protect, but if he doesn't have Protect, then that's a very interesting Coco. Especially having manual Rain Dance when you have a Politoed, so maybe it's a Water Absorb Politoed, so that he can surf next to it. So, that was pretty good. That went better than I expected, considering I didn't think I had anything for Rain, but apparently Marowak is a good counter for Rain. So that's pretty cool. And the Lele surviving the Hydro Pump was very clutch. Oh, look at that. 100 battles. 60-40. That's a very clean win-loss record, actually. I like that. Even though it's not the best win-loss. I do like that. That looks really nice. It would have been nicer if I was 1750, exactly. That would have been really good. But can't have everything. Especially when you lose 40 of them. So, we'll see. Hoping to get to the 1800 soon. I don't know how much longer is left of this Battle Spot season, but I'm going to find a high 1700s guy from Japan again. So, this looks interesting, because Trick Room will be effective against him. But he's got his own Mimikyu, which should probably have Trick Room on it as well. So that's going to make things a bit interesting. So I either want to go with Executor or Nihilego, or both. We'll see. But definitely want Marowak. I don't think I want Celestina. I want Lele. I'm going to leave with Lele. I'm either going to leave with Executor or Nihilego, have Marowak and something in the back. Do I want Gyarados? I think I want Gyarados. Because Nihilego is reasonable. I'm going to go with Nihilego. I'm going to have Marowak. Then do I want Gyarados or Executor? Surely Gyarados. Okay. So, last two episodes. Won the first one pretty comfortably, and then lost the second one in a very, very close fashion. But we'll see if that trend carries on into this episode. Hopefully not. Let's try and actually climb to the 1800s, but we'll see. If it's a Garchomp lead, then I can probably care. Okay, there's the Garchomp lead. So Nihilego is threatened. So I probably want to switch out into Gyarados and Moonblast the Garchomp this turn. That's a very obvious move, so he could very easily Poison Jab my Tapu Lele, but then I'm intimidating him, so it won't do that much. So that should be fine. It'd be interesting to see if my Moonblast KOs his Garchomp, because I'm not really especially invested at all with my Lele, so it's going to be interesting to see, because I think this is a roll on no bulk Garchomp. I'm pretty sure. I think I had a look at the calcs quite recently, and it wasn't completely guaranteed, even on no bulk, and Garchomps usually have some bulk, so... But I've really liked having this much bulk on my own Tapu Lele. You do have to sacrifice the guarantee on Garchomp, but I think it's been worth it so far. The bulk has been really good. As you've seen with the Hydro Pump survival, and that's only on the special side. I've invested a lot into defenses as well, but this should be a fairly safe play. Just getting the Intimidate off is going to really help. Unless he gets critical hits, Lele should be fine. It's just going to be Earthquake. He's just straight up Earthquaking himself. Interesting. Very interesting. So my Lele should survive anything. Muddy Water, it is gonna hit, so I'm really hoping for no accuracy drops here. And that's just above my berry. So this could be a roll. It would be very nice if it just straight up knocks out. Okay, that's exactly what I was talking about. So now, didn't pay attention to how much that Earthquake did before. Because surely I just protect Lele and Waterfall Garchomp. I am going to protect Lele. And I'm going to Earthquake instead, because that still takes out the Garchomp, and it does a little bit of chip to the Tapu Fini, which will be nice. I don't think I saw leftovers, so it's probably one of the Super Berries. Yeah, I did think he would switch out, but I was in Muddy Water range. But this is fine, because I can Splash this turn. Probably specs on his Muddy Water based on how much damage it did before. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable damage, and we are going to get an accuracy drop, which is lovely. But we're going to get a bit of chip onto the Tapu Lele. So ideally now he's just going to miss his Muddy Water on my Lele. Yeah, that's a nice amount of chip. I'm going to Psychic. I think I do need to Splash as well. Even though I'm going to have to mess around with accuracy drops, because I can't switch anything into a Muddy Water. He needs to miss my Lele, which he does, which is... That's nice. That's nice. That's what I wanted. This might knock out. It probably shouldn't. Yeah, I didn't think it would. But... Wait, what? This is a Zemu... No, okay. I thought Zemu was coming from his Celesteela for a second. Because usually, like, Celesteelas usually outspeed my Gyarados, so I was a bit confused there, but it's good to know that he's a relaxed one. Or, Stone Edge. Oh, of course it's Stone Edge. That's not good. That's really not good. So what was that I was saying about, yeah, losing the second game? Not so good. I think I need to go into Marowak. That's awful, but I need to go into Marowak. It needs to miss his Stone Edge. Or Muddy Water. And, like, no, it needs to miss the Stone Edge. That's not so good. That's really bad. Really bad. I looked fine, because he wouldn't use the worst I was expecting was Leech Seed, but that Stone Edge is really bad. Could even be Rockium Z from the Celesteela now, and that's going to knock out Marowak. That's exactly what's going to happen right now. Can't really see a way out already. Losing Gyarados like that was not good. Because I'm not going to be able to get out of Trick Room with my Nihilego, so let's just hope for all the misses. That's kind of what it's already come down to. Oh dear. Miss? Okay, I missed the Marowak. Don't knock out Lele, even though it will. Come on, EVs. Damn it. Now he needs to miss the Stone Edge, but here comes the Rockium Z. Nope. Okay, he did hit, so yeah, there was no chance. Okay, I live. Fair enough, but still no chance, because he's just got his Garchomp now, and I'm going to KO myself to recoil. That's disappointing. That Stone Edge was really killer. But then again, if he got a Leech Seed off onto my Gyarados, then... No, I'd have still been out of range of Muddy Water, so... This didn't go to plan, did it? Oh dear. So now, what's my win condition? Because he's just, well, he just Earthquakes forever and he wins. So there's not really a win condition. He's going to Earthquake himself for the KO, so that makes... Okay, why is he going into Mimikyu? Still not really anything I can do. I'm just going to see if I can dodge another Muddy Water, break the Disguise and the Mimikyu, but it really doesn't matter at this point. Just having Stone Edge and hitting twice was really killer. So do break the Disguise. We are faster than the Finny, which is to be expected. And is he going to miss? He's going to Swords Dance. That's not really going to achieve much. He's going to hit his Muddy Water. Yep, so that single target spec should do a lot. Probably won't knock out, but it will do a lot. I've still got my Berry, so he can still miss, but he just at any point goes with his Garchomp and clicks Earthquake. So it was an interesting Sword Stance, because, well actually no, he didn't know that my Nihilego undersped his Garchomp, and he didn't know that I don't have HP Ice. So yeah, going into the Mimikyu made sense. This is just going to be a learning point. I want to do 50%, but I don't do 50% to Mimikyu. That's a greedy Sword Stance, but it doesn't really make a difference at this point. Can still miss his Muddy Water. Nope, I wanted him to hit because that sped things up. So there we go. We're still 1-1. Are we gonna make it through the week with 2 wins in an episode? Hopefully not 2 losses, but 1 win, 1 loss. Just bouncing back and forth. We'll eventually get more than that record and start to climb. But usually you actually you drop down the ladder if you go 1-1. But then again, yeah, because I beat a 1600s guy, but then lost to a higher 1700s guy. So I don't know if that's put me higher or lower than before, but we'll have to see next time if we can win 2. Thanks for watching.